Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are checking out the Valley Mall in Hagerstown, Maryland. This is a thriving mall for the Hagerstown region that's been able to keep itself alive and adapt itself to change during this retail apocalypse. So join me for a walk through the Valley Mall and let's see what it holds in store for us during my visit in May 2024. History begins in the early 1970s, when plans to bring a mall to the Hagerstown region would begin development, and by 1973, construction would progress on the second enclosed mall in western Maryland, which would be named the Valley Mall. The mall would be developed by New York-based Shopko Development Company, the same company that developed the Fredericktown Mall. And with everything pretty much ready to go, the Valley Mall would officially open its doors for the first time on August 15, 1974. It would feature a JCPenney, Montgomery Ward, and Eyerly's as its original anchors, along with a 3-screen Carmike Cinema, People's Drug, and a McRory's, as well as a Pantry Pride grocery store as an outparcel. The Valley Mall would begin with great success, featuring over 90 stores inside, and that success of the 1970s would continue on into the 1980s. However, the 1980s would also start to see changes happen at the Valley Mall, as around this time, the Eyerly's space would be rebranded to Bon-Ton, and the Valley Mall would also feature a partial second floor that would mostly feature small craft stores. Valley Mall would continue to see success throughout the 80s. However, Shopko Development Company would sell the Valley Mall in 1989 to Air Yarmouth. Going into the 90s, Valley Mall would continue to remain successful. However, many more changes would happen. People's Drug and McRory's would close, and their spaces would be converted to smaller shops. The Pantry Pride grocery store outside the mall would then become a Martin's before they would move away from the mall property, and their space would be replaced with a Toys R Us around 1996. $1995 would see major changes happen to the Valley Mall, as the mall would receive an extensive renovation, removing the partial second floor and updating the interior of the mall, which would essentially give us the look we have today. 1997 would then see Air Yarmouth sell the Valley Mall to Crown American. From there, Crown American would add an expansion to Valley Mall, which would bring the mall up to its current size of 917,060 square feet. It would bring a new wing to the mall, which would feature the addition of a food court, a new 16-screen Regal Cinema multiplex, which would replace the original cinema, and a Hecht's as a new anchor store. This would ensure the success of Valley Mall would continue on into the new millennium. However, in 2001, Montgomery Ward would close all of their stores as the entire company went out of business. However, the space wouldn't sit vacant for too long, as in 2003, Sears would relocate their Hagerstown operations from the Longmeadow Shopping Center to the Valley Mall in the old Montgomery Ward space. Also in 2003, all Crown American-owned malls would be acquired by Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Trust, also known as PREIT. They still own the Valley Mall as of the making of this video. The Valley Mall would continue to remain successful throughout the 2000s, and the only other notable change around this time was Hecht's getting converted to Macy's in 2006. The Valley Mall would continue to thrive going into the 2010s. However, by the mid-2010s, it seemed like things would begin to go downhill. The Valley Mall would be hit with a bad case of anchoritis, as in January 2016, Macy's would announce the closure of their Valley Mall store along with 36 other locations, and the store would close in April 2016. Following this, Sears would announce the closure of their Valley Mall location in June 2017, and their store would officially close in September that year. And to make matters worse, in February 2018, Bon-Ton would close their Valley Mall store ahead of their bankruptcy as the lease expired. This would be a devastating blow for the Valley Mall, leaving JCPenney as the mall's only anchor store. However, PREIT wasn't going to let the Valley Mall fail, and immediately got to work with filling in these empty anchors. In December 2017, it was announced that the former Macy's space would be subdivided to make way for Tilt Studio, which opened in September 2018, as well as a One Life Fitness, which opened in January 2019. And on October 18th, 2018, Belk would replace the former Bonton space, making it the northernmost Belk store in the company as of the making of this video. And following the COVID lockdown in 2020, most of the former Sears space would be taken over by a Dick's Sporting Goods, whilst the remaining space left behind by Sears would be taken over by a healthcare facility shortly after our visit. As of today, the Valley Mall continues to remain a destination for Hagerstown. It is still very much a thriving mall, and it doesn't seem like it will be slowing down anytime soon. With the mall having a great variety of shops to choose from, it seems like the Valley Mall has a bright future ahead.
Since Valley Mall was the last mall we visited on our trip, we were kind of burned out from walking at this point, but it was nice to see one last place before we returned home. Valley Mall had a beautiful blue and white color scheme, and a really impressive fountain, and I did enjoy the way it looked. The only thing I really regret is not taking more pictures here.
Valley Mall was a great mall to wrap off the Maryland trip with. It pretty much set us back to reality with our expectations. This mall didn't have anything too crazy with its architecture, but it was still a really nice looking mall. The flooring here was really cool. It had some cool looking skylights, as well as really nice looking plants and a really cool fountain with a clock behind it. And there were other little things about this mall that made it really cool, such as the Belk, which is something I don't get to see very often, and this Belk was a very nice location. But overall, it's great to see that this mall is still doing well for the Hagerstown region. It proves that when ownership tries, a mall can adapt to changing times and still thrive. This mall still has a fantastic store lineup, and if I was a local to the area, I would be more than happy with this being my local mall. I mean, this mall even has some stores that my local mall doesn't have anymore. So this was a great mall to wrap off the Maryland trip with. Now, before we wrap things up, let's go take one more look at that fountain. Now, I believe the Valley Mall has a bright future ahead, and it will continue to remain successful for the region. But what do you guys think of the Valley Mall, and what do you think its future holds? Do you have any memories growing up at this mall? Feel free to share down in the comments below. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you all for watching my video tour of the Valley Mall in Hagerstown, Maryland. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like as it greatly helps support the channel. And whilst you're at it, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more videos like this to be released to more viewers like you. I have a lot more mall content coming to the channel very soon with a lot more stuff you're not going to want to miss. So be sure to subscribe for more malls to come your way. I also have an Instagram linked in the description with sneak peeks of future videos coming to the channel. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, stay awesome, and have a blessed day. I will see you all in my next video.